Here comes your pre-market summary for Thursday, March 16th. Futures chopping around the break-even point at this point, coming off of another very volatile session on Wednesday. Credit Suisse securing a $50 billion loan from the central bank over in Switzerland. So CS shares back to the upside. That is shoring up some of the banking sector over in Europe today. FRC, on the other hand, back to the downside this morning. We'll tell you why in a second here. S&P, first off, 0.17 right now to the downside, still in the red for the Dow as well, about 0.25%. The NASDAQ, 0.25% to the high side. We've seen relative strength all week long in tech, and specifically the NASDAQ 100. The big ones rallying again this morning, it would appear. Chip stocks relatively strong so far this morning as well. There's another 2% for Bitcoin back to the upside, 0.86 right now for Ethereum. Couple of notable events and data points coming up this morning. We'll get the U.S. Philly Fed Business Index at 8:30. We'll also get initial jobless claims and some housing data to start things off when we join you live at 8:30. That's how the overall market is setting up this morning. We did open lower yesterday, test down below that 384 area, and then ripped all the way back up to almost 390 on the SPY. The Q's looking very similar, more strength as we approach that 300 again this morning for the NASDAQ. We're watching Meta and Snap this morning. The Biden administration officially coming out saying that unless ByteDance gets rid of TikTok and sells the asset, they'll ban it in the U.S. So both Meta and Snap to the upside on that news this morning. As a look at Snap, it's been stuck in this range for the past couple of months. Anyways, both higher here. To kick things off, as I mentioned, $54 billion lifeline coming through. That's U.S. 50 billion was Swiss francs. 54 billion, obviously, U.S. comes through with line of credit there from central bank over in Switzerland for CS. So banks for the most part to the upside. This one, however, not so much. FRC, yeah, they're reportedly exploring a sale or strategic alternatives. That's coming from Bloomberg this morning. So more downside so far today for First Republic. FRC under significant pressure. Berkshire Hathaway going to 23.1% in Oxy. That was disclosed over the past couple of days. Oxy back to the upside ever so slightly pre-market, but oil extending its decline here so far this morning. So all these energy producers back downside for the most part. Remember, 7% yesterday for oil downside. It got crushed. Nice note here for Netflix from Citigroup, raising their price target, reiterating a buy on Netflix. There was that note on BIDU there. Yeah, big flop apparently for Ernie, BIDU's ChatGPT competitor. They were using apparently pre-recorded videos and prompts in this presentation. Pretty bad. BIDU down about 5.5%. There's OKYO, little one moving this morning on positive data for them. Grab the watch list, guys, bottom of the screen. Use that QR code. We're coming up at 8:30. A couple of data points, but not major. We'll see you shortly on TraderTV.Live.